Now, when I'm at home, I watch hours and hours of Discovery Channel and History Channel. Hours, Discovery Channel, History Channel. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Round of applause there for... They're not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean. Nazis, awful. Sharks, brilliant. Amazing creature, okay? It can hone in on a floundering fish, right? Through the vibrations that it picks up through electrical impulses, through sensors in its flank. It doesn't need its eyes, but contrary to popular belief, their eyes are very good, okay? But it can smell and taste the slightest human secretion of blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. I've been to her house. It's tiny. Every day they went in. Okay, let's move on. Sarge, can we look upstairs today? No, there's no one down here. Move on. Sarge, what's that tapping? She had time to write a book, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly and no sequel. Lazy. No, but... Not a traditional subject for comedy, the old Holocaust. But I will say something about the Holocaust, and I'm sticking my neck out here, but in my opinion, I blame Adolf Hitler. He was the ringleader. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no... Look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. Yes. Yeah, good. What do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that. Man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't like that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A few. How many? 6 million. 6 million? That's what I won't do anymore. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need them? Cheers. No, don't applaud that. We shouldn't talk about such things. It's not like we're in peace times now, is it? There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one. And It was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough, yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flayed it, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just, open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent.
I'm reading about you. It's always an element of humor or comedy, even in your mother's funeral.
My dad's, yeah, my mum and dad's funeral. We were mucking around. Even when my mum died first, and it was a long, horrible illness. It was lung cancer. It was lung cancer, and it was dreadful. I mean, the worst situation you can imagine. It was dreadful. So there was a certain amount of relief afterwards. She was out of pain and everything.
How long did she have it for?
Oh, a year. A year. It was dreadful. I remember. Yeah, it was dreadful. But when we were organising the funeral, the vicar said to my brother, "And tell me something about your mother." What was she? And my brother, just mucking around, said she was a keen racist. Right. And the vicar went, "Oh, I can't put that." He went, "I'll put gardening then." And then he gave the vicar the wrong names of the kids, so when he read out, we all laughed. The wrong names. And at my dad's funeral, I went prepared. I got loads of nieces and nephews. And I went, and they all started sort of crying, and I handed out tissues. And then they all started laughing because I'd written things like "stop snivelling" and whinging. And the vicar was looking over us laughing during his funeral. We explained to him afterwards. But yeah, no, that's exactly that's exactly what humour's for. Yeah.
Tell me about Derek. Derek is your new series.
Yeah.
Or your latest series.
Yeah.
And he's a quite different guy. He's very different from David Brent.
Yeah.
The Office.
It's funny because I still deal with sort of like, flawed characters, and I suppose sort of these are more outsiders. But the flaws of the characters I usually delved into with like people like David Brent or Andy Millman. It was their own fault. It was ego or ambition or jealousy. Whereas with these guys, it's superficial stuff. It's like bad hair, a shuffle, a funny voice, and that was because I wanted it to be superficial and something important could come along and trump it all, which was kindness or compassion or caring. And I put it against an old people's home because I always try and write about what I know. And about 6 of my family, my mum, my sister-in-law, her kids now, they worked in care homes. So I sort of had that backdrop. And again, they'd come in with stories that were really... Some were really sad, and some are really funny, and some were really sweet. And I remember first watching Derek, they'd say, is it a comedy or a drama? And I went, well, what's your life? You know, it's a bit of everything, isn't it?
You're doing a new movie, writing it yourself. I saw you like that.
Yeah, called Life on the Road, and it's David Brent trying to be a pop star.
I'm not trying to get to the Derek.
Sorry, I've just ruined your flow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had this wonderful flow.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Freddie.
Are you in charge?
Well, I used to be.
Sorry.
Can you get me a beer? Because they said they wouldn't allow beer.
This is like a band.
Do we have some beer?
He's in charge, see?
Freddie, you're in charge.
Coffee.
Claim it back. I'm so sorry. It's yours.
I have another show next week.
Do the intro.
You can cut this bit out.
We'll pretend. We'll pretend there's the...
Yes.
Yeah.
OK.
So we're going to watch a clip from Derek now.
They're laughing, they know, see? This is never going to cut together. It's going to cut straight from your interview to this clip.
Yeah, I know.
Your terrible trauma, and then you go, anyway, Derek. It's the number... Honestly, the number of shows I've done where I'm going on to do something about a comedy or a children's book, and the person before me is just one of the first shows I ever did. It was like a daytime show, and they said, coming up next, the hilarious Ricky Gervais and his funny menagerie, Flanimals. But first, why do teenagers self-harm? And then there's this one, and I had to go out there. It was just dreadful. It always happens. It always happens to me. You did it on purpose, didn't you? They got kidnapped on purpose, just to ruin...
Take a look at this. This is a clip from Derek.
I goes, whoops, sorry. And people goes, oh, don't worry about it, Derek. Accident. But if I drops a baby, or sits on it, whoops, sorry, isn't it? No. I actually think like that. When someone says, do you want to hold it? I just think, what if I drop it? You know, so, yeah.
How are you with you chose not to have kids?
Yeah, but I've got loads of nieces and nephews, and they're having kids now, and...
So how are you with them? Are you good with kids?
A working-class family. I'm a great-great-uncle.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's not like it's...
They're like mice. No. Yeah. Yeah. I come home for Christmas and they're through the pockets and everything. Coughing on you. I'm always ill after I visited my family. 13 kids. Oh, that's it. I lose weight after Christmas where I've got some sort of illness. No, I love kids. Other people's. I love other people's.
You don't want it.
You can play with them and go, right, that's enough. I'm off.
So one final question, because we've been talking about her getting married. Are you ever getting married? Because you've been with the same woman, like, for...
Yeah, 30 years. Well,
30
we are
years.
sort of married.
30 years?
Yeah.
That's 18, 30, OK,
yeah.
so he's...
But we are sort of married. It's just, you know, I mean, I don't really see the point in a ceremony. You know, we share everything. Everything's in both our names. It's, you know... I don't want our families to meet. That wouldn't work. That'd be like Game of Thrones. Yeah, we got loads of toasters. We don't need to get married.
Ricky, it's great to have you here. We're going to have another guest on. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Here is Ricky Gervais.
Right, last one, come on guys. Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it, I didn't, you did it.
To begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey.
I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. And then Harvey Weinstein.
And Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein.
The world got to see James Corden as a fat pussy. He was also in the movie Cats, but no one saw that. And the reviews, oh, shocking. I saw one that said, this is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs, right? But Dame Judi Dench defended the film, saying it was the role she was born to play, because she I can't do this next joke. Because she loves nothing better than plonking herself down on the carpet, lifting her leg and licking her... Furball. She's old school. It's the last time, who cares? But as I say, I'm going to be nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but... is the star of the hilarious comedy The Martian. Oh, he nearly died. Right. He's also the only person who Ben Affleck hasn't been unfaithful to. Please welcome Matt Damon.
Thank you.
Who cares about movies anymore? No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done Netflix, you win everything, good night. But no, we've got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Don't be so shy, just tell me what you like. All day, all night, I'll keep you satisfied. Come to my place, strip down and take a shot. All day, all night, I'll keep you satisfied.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show. A superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and... So... It's already 3 hours long. Excellent. Spotlight has been nominated. Yeah. The Catholic Church are furious about the film as it exposes the fact that 5% of all their priests have repeatedly molested children and been allowed to continue to work without punishment. Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever. The Irishman was amazing. It was amazing. Look, it was. It was great. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him. So... Even Prince Andrew's like, come on, Leo, mate, you know. You're nearly 50, son. Now, when I'm at home, I watch hours and hours of Discovery Channel and History Channel. Hours, Discovery Channel, History Channel. Ask me anything about sharks and Nazis. Round of applause there for... They're not as bad as a lot of people make out. Sharks, I mean. Nazis, awful. Right? Sharks, brilliant. Amazing creature, okay? It can hone in on a floundering fish, right? Through the vibrations that it picks up through electrical impulses, through sensors in its flank. It doesn't need its eyes, but contrary to popular belief, their eyes are very good, okay? But it can smell and taste the slightest human secretion of blood and sweat, 1 part in a billion from a mile away. A shark would have found Anne Frank like that. Nazis, rubbish. I've been to her house. It's tiny. Every day they went in. Okay, let's move on. Sarge, can we look upstairs today? No, there's no one down here. Move on. Sarge, what's that tapping? She had time to write a book, for Christ's sake. Well, it ends a bit abruptly and no sequel. Lazy. No, but... Not a traditional subject for comedy, the old Holocaust. But I will say something about the Holocaust, and I'm sticking my neck out here, but in my opinion, I blame Adolf Hitler. He was the ringleader. Old Adolf. That name's died out, hasn't it? He killed that dead, didn't he? No one's calling their kid Adolf nowadays. No little Adolfs going to school. Loads of Brads and Angelinas, but no... Look, you don't hear the teacher doing the register. Brad here, Angelina here, Adolf here. I do that quick so no one can take a picture of me doing that. No, but people make excuses for him. People say, oh, he was stupid, he was easily led, he didn't mean that. What do you mean he didn't mean that? They say, oh no, he was influenced by the political philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, right? Because Nietzsche wrote this paper talking about a Superman. He said, not all men are born equal. And Hitler misinterpreted this and went way too far with it. And think of that. You're a great scholar, you've done this work, and you get a call from the Führer. And the Führer goes, all right, Nietzsche. Yes. Yeah, good, what do you want? He goes, just read your book. What do you think? Love it. Love all that. Man and Superman, not everyone's equal, kill all the Jews. Sorry? Not everyone's equal, so kill all the Jews. I didn't like that. I read between the lines. I didn't mean that. That's terrible. You haven't been killing... You haven't been killing Jewish people, have you? What? Have you been killing Jewish people? Yeah. Yeah. A few. How many? 6 million. 6 million? That's all. I won't do any more. Leave it at 6. That's terrible. I won't do any more. Stay for dinner? Well, I will, but be careful in future. I will. Are you writing any other books? Well, I am, but I'm scared to tell you about it. I won't do anything. What's your new book called? My new book is called The Gypsies. Do we need them? Cheers. No, don't applaud that. We shouldn't talk about such things. It's not like we're in peace times now, is it? There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons. Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that one, and it was great. It was against Argentina. Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough, yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flayed it, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that. Vietnam, best soundtrack. Second World War, best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But, oh, it ended a war. And that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking's mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just, no. Open a window. Watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious. Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent.
But I'm a considered comedian. I like my jokes to be accurate and my targets to be fair. So I was engaging these people. I was saying, why is it transphobic? And they were saying, it's about a trans person. I said, well, that's ridiculous. That's like saying a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. It depends on the joke. But I was talking to them, I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, you know, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man. But she did. I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was decathlete. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, you know, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he's a big... But I've learnt my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now. But, like, years ago... when, you know, she was a man, that was years ago, I'm saying, right, and she went to the doctor, right, and knocked on the door, and the doctor went, come in. This is years ago. I was saying, I'd never dead name her now, but this is like a flashback before anyone, do you know what so, come in, and he went, hello, Bruce Jenner, because that was his name then. The doctor, you know, this was years ago, and the doctor went, oh, I'm Bruce Jenner, you big old... How you doing, boy, you fucker? How you doing? You big old lunt. Oh, how you doing, boy? Come here, you fucker. How you doing, Brucey boy? You all right? Right? And Bruce Jenner, because that was his name, this is years ago, right? So, Bruce Jenner went, yeah, not too bad, doctor, yeah. Not too bad, right? And I said, what can I do for you, Bruce? You fucker. How you doing, boy? And Bruce Jenner went, because that was his name, Bruce Jenner went, look at that. And they went, oh, come on, Bruce Jenner, you know the rules. He uses his whole name every time for some reason, I don't know why. Come on, Bruce Jenner, you fucker, you know the rules. You can't bring your big old pole vaulting pole in here, mate, you know. And Bruce Jenner went, no, that's not my pole vaulting pole, that's my enormous penis. And they're, oh, right, yeah, seeing as it is your penis, you can bring it in here. But you should have left your shot puts outside. And Bruce Jenner went, that was his name for 58 years, I think. He went, No, they're not my shot put stock. They're my enormous testicles. That's where I get my testosterone and my spunk and shit, right? And the doctor went, oh, yeah, that makes perfect. I am a medical man, and that you're a big bloke. Oh, you fucker. How you doing, boy? You're a big... You're big, and you would have a big old cock and balls. They're beautiful. They're a bit familiar. And I go, no, but you must be very proud of them, Bruce. Bruce should have went, oh, this is going to surprise you, doctor. I want to get rid of them. And the doctor went, what? Why? Ah, they get in the way. Get in the way of what? Fucking driving, for one thing.
And I mustn't mention Mel Gibson this year. Jennifer Lawrence made the news when she demanded equal pay for women in Hollywood, and she received, overwhelming support from...
I was really bad in love till you rise, yeah. Now I can see in color why it was great. Oh, yeah. You're what I was looking, and I never feel so lucky, yeah. Can't believe that I was here on my...
Welcome to my show. It's not a show. There's no dancers or jugglers. It's basically a bloke talking, which is essentially what stand-up comedy is, isn't it? A bloke talking. Sexist. What about all the funny female comedians? Like, No. Right. No. I'm not doing that. Okay, right. That was irony, okay? There's going to be a bit of that throughout the show. See if you can spot it, okay? Now, that's when I say something I don't really mean for comic effect, and you as an audience, you laugh at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is. It's a way of satirising attitudes. Like that first joke, I used the old-fashioned sexist trope that women aren't funny. Now, in real life, I know there are loads of funny women. Like, I did it again. Well spotted. Good. No, but there are. Dame Edna Everage. She's... Eddie Izzard. She's brilliant, isn't she? She's not only a great comedienne, she's also a great actress, isn't she? She was brilliant in that thing as that man. All female remakes are the big thing. I feel sorry for them, right? No, I do. Particularly fat women, because fat is a feminist issue. Men get fat and we just go, fuck it, all bought and paid for, you know. We don't come under the same constraints of society, whereas women are inundated with images of how you should be, size 0 models, this diet, that diet, look like this, keep your man. And they make such an effort, don't they, fat girls? They've always got lovely hair, aren't they? They're always having their hair. They've all got lovely hair. Always got lovely hair. Always got those lovely false nails, haven't they? They make an effort. Anything but jogging, right? They love high heels, don't they? They think it makes their legs look less... It doesn't. It just... You can just hear them coming now. I don't want any fat people to feel uncomfortable at one of my gigs, so next time, buy 2 seats. I'm joking. I'm joking. Shut up. You've said the F word once on stage.
No, when I was a kid, I used to, before I felt like I didn't want to.
Really? Did it get laughs?
Yeah, well...
But you cut it out because you were guilty. You felt guilty about it. You felt it was cheap.
I'll tell you what the bit was.
Go on.
It was a Superman bit, and it was something about how inept this newspaper would have to be, that these people, they don't even see the resemblance. These are journalists, you know? And the glasses just completely disguises this guy, and then it was something about, meantime, 2 of them are stuck in a fucking cave every week, you know? And that was the bit. And then I said, well, let me see if it works without the word.
Right.
And I took the word out. Didn't work. And that's what bothered me.
Okay. Dog of the Bay.
No.
There's no way.
Exactly. It's going to touch people. They're going to be moved.
Yeah.
And it will never be used for anything else.
Is he sitting on the cock? Is he just sort of sitting on the cock?
Yeah, because he's gay.
Or is
he's really sitting on the balls. It's sitting on the balls, but the cock is up, right up.
But if you said sitting on some balls because the cock attached to them is inside of me because I'm gay, does not Otis Redding didn't help
Otis Redding
him
would be
with that.
laughing, going, they can't make it scan. They haven't got it. Let's walk away. And they go, no, I've got it, Otis.
Sitting on a cock because I'm gay. And then he stops. Doesn't need the rest of the
Where's
song.
he going? There's no place to go. He's there.
I love bits
Does he do the whistle?
I love the...
Does he do the whistle? Oh, God! He does, and it's even higher pitched. Does he do the whistle?
that's...
Oh, man!
Oh, that's a good one.
Fuck me.
See? That's why it was worth doing the whole bit.
I have a question, because there's an interesting comparison here, which is that everybody here is filthy except for you. You're perfect.
Really?
You're perfectly clean. I mean, you
Well, I
never
don't know
curse.
about perfect.
Do you say shit on stage or asshole?
No.
So
You
why
had
not
a
perfect?
fuck.
Oh, well, we all did.
No, you had a fuck around,
in the old days, yeah.
around 9/11 or something.
Oh, that was it.
Right, about the one tower or something.
Yeah. We did.
The finger.
So you've said the F word once on stage.
No, when I was a kid, I used to, before I felt like I didn't want to.
Really?
And did it get laughs?
Yeah, well.
But you cut it out because you were guilty. You felt guilty about it. You felt it was
I'll
cheap.
tell you what the bit was.
Go on.
It was a Superman bit, and it was something about how inept this newspaper would have to be, that these people, they don't even see the resemblance. These are journalists, you know. And the glasses just completely disguises this guy. And then it was something about, meantime, two of them are stuck in a fucking cave every week, you know. And that was the bit. And then I said, well, let me see if it works without the word.
Right.
And I took the word out. Didn't work. And that's what bothered me.
Okay, you didn't
The
like...
rhythm of it and the edge of that, it needed that.
But it's not about the swear word there. It's about you
It's
getting
about the
worked.
rhythm.
No, it's about you getting worked up.
Yeah,
it's about
you're right.
this guy he means this. He's so annoyed.
Right.
The fucking cave.
You're right.
That's funny. That's contempt for the cave they're living in.
You're right. If I was a good enough comedian in those days to change the joke, but it bothered me that it didn't work at all without the word.
But I think the interesting thing there is that they laughed at that because they saw your personality,
you are
your
correct.
anger.
It's the anger that makes it funny.
And I
but
love
I
that.
didn't know how to supplant it with something else that would communicate the anger. I didn't know how to do that.
But this is what
Plus, I didn't even know.
I think we all do it a little bit, but you guys do it a lot, and you do it most of all. That you can be spluttering and spitting and saying the same thing over again, but because you're getting angrier, you're making me laugh harder. Because I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you in this situation, angry at this, and I believe you. I believe you're angry, and I think.
Well, and I've had different feelings about the word fuck. Like I made a rule for myself one year because I felt like I watched a show of mine and I was like, this is getting stupid.
But it's all about context.
It's
isn't
a way.
It is all about context. You know.
No, to me, it's all about fear.
Who do you fear?
You're fearing this bit's not going to work.
Yeah, stand-up is unlike any other art form in that way that you can do. Like if you're a musician, you're going to be pretty exact every time you perform, but you look back on shows and you go, I messed all that up. That was I was driven by fear and instead of by.
I mean, I think
intention.
we deal with fear more viscerally than almost anyone. I mean, you feel the audience's fear, your own fear. The whole show is about quelling fear. And that's what you're talking about when you have a bit that you really are confident in and you know the end of it's really strong. And the audience feels your fear level go down.
Yep.
And they relax. And they go, oh, he seems to be very confident in this one.
Yep.
But what do you fear now, though, Jerry? What do you fear now?
The same thing.
What, though? What's that? That they don't laugh?
It's not going to work.
It's not going to be funny.
But hold on, no, there's two different things there.
The first fear
is... Something working isn't something not being funny.
There's two fears. The first fear is they're not going to pay attention. And
but they paid.
That's the biggest fear.
That's the black
audience. It's bigger than not being funny. If they pay attention and they don't laugh,
where are you playing?
It's still a show.
Yeah.
Here's something I've never done in my entire career. A sound check.
I do sound check every show.
So do I.
You know,
It's
I do
really
my sound
smart.
check when I walk out there.
I never do it.
I do a sound
my
check.
That's why I
bit
tell them I go like this if I need more.
Right.
That's what I tell them. I'll do this if I need it in the monitors more. I'll go this if I need
go
it.
You
sound
never
check.
sound check. I'm worried about if I have to do it.
I just want to know where the stage is. I want to know if there's a pit. I want to know the
I like getting totally
a little
surprised
bit.
by the room.
I don't like being surprised.
I don't want any surprises.
That's so
I don't
funny.
want. I go. Is that going to be off? That exit sign.
Every
I don't
show-
want any surprises.
By the way, I'm only
anything puts
there.
me
I
off.
like it. I like the surprise.
Because I didn't bring.
Soundcheck's 15 minutes, but
You got to go there.
I go to that.
I'm there 3 hours early.
I also want to know. I also have this fear of not knowing where the fucking theater is. I'm in some limo with some guy I don't fucking know. What if he's kidnapping me? Like, what if he's taking me to his fucking lair?
His lair.
What about, I think comedy. Well, when you become comedians, though, isn't it to do with controlling a situation?
It's like a relationship. Again, it's
Yeah.
Here we go.
you know your woman is with you because you assume she loves you because she's there every day, but you still have to work on her liking you in order for this to work
Right.
as a relationship.
Yeah, an audience will come and they're excited that
Yeah.
you're there.
That's right.
But I want to do that by being myself, and of course,
Yes,
the metaphor.
but you
falls
still
down.
have to give some
course.
effort.
Oh,
You can't
of course.
just come
You've
home.
got-
Hey, I paid the rent. Like me.
But I suppose, and that worried me. I think the reason I did stand-up was I thought I hadn't earned my spurs in a way. I mean, most comedians slog around for 15
Right.
years and they want to get a sitcom. I walked into the BBC with a thing I made, and it was The Office.
Right.
And then after The Office, I thought, I should show that I can do this other thing, this stand-up thing. I always get asked this question, you must get asked it all the time, is there anything you shouldn't joke about? And I always say, no, there's nothing you shouldn't joke about. It depends what the joke
It's not
is.
should, it's could.
Well,
Can you?
I don't think that there's a bad thing to talk about because I think that
I agree.
a great thing about comedy is taking people to places that they have fear and foreboding
I totally agree.
and making them laugh in that place. I think you
Absolutely.
help them.
I also think that there's this spate of people thinking that comedy is your conscience taking a day off. My conscience never takes a day off. You've got to be able to justify it. You don't ever think it was a joke, it was a terrible thing and someone was hurt, but it was a joke. You don't think like that, do you? You don't think that comedy is the be-all and end-all of something. You still have a responsibility to not hurt an innocent person.
No, I think that comedy is the be-all and end-all.
Well, that's
No,
our
you don't
job
know.
is to think that.
We
I
used to
think.
have a rule on my old show.
Is to think, our responsibility is to think that it's the be-all end-all.
It is the be all and end all, but we
That's
used to
our
have
role.
a thing we go
No, because
talk
then
about what
you
they
tell
do.
real racist jokes. You tell real.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not.
No, he's not.
No. But I'm saying if you think that someone you'll get
But
a laugh,
he's
or you think
black,
that's
it's
funny.
okay.
Yeah, I'm black. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm the
yeah.
blackest
I
guy.
always
he
say
knows.
talk about what they do, not what they are.
Of course.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
People
That's
do
it.
some crazy shit, you talk about the crazy shit. But if you think they are some, you know what I mean?
I don't know
You know,
how it
that
all.
it's a little harder.
Yeah, of course,
You know
of
what I
course.
mean?
Is it-
I
yeah.
don't know how it all operates. Sometimes I don't like. I have said things on stage that if I take them just as statements, they're the worst things that any person could say. I used
Sure.
to do like I don't know why it's always rape. I guess it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But I used to do a joke that ended with a reference to rape, and then while I was there, I would say, you should never rape anybody unless you have a good reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you. In which case, what are you gonna do? Not fuck them? That's no solution. You're gonna have to rape them. And I used to kill, and I've never gotten in trouble for it. No one's ever written a
No,
thing.
but
I
that's
can't
clear
believe
that
you
you
said
don't mean it.
And what's that?
But that's clear that you don't mean you're.
Yeah,
you're
I know, but I'm
you're
really
playing
just
with
saying it. Like,
Yeah.
what's one where I'm like, I know I'm fine saying this. I don't feel bad saying it. And the audience, I've seen all kinds of people laugh
But it's
at that
justified.
joke.
You can
But I'm not
justify
sure
it.
why we're all okay with it, though. Like, I
Because
don't
you can
know why.
justify it. You can
Because of the
justify that
way it's
comedically.
executed. You,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
they
you
know
put it
you.
together
That-
nicely.
And
Right.
that's part of being famous. You
Right.
can't. That's the kind of thing you kind of can't get away with. Not.
Well,
I
did
know
that
it's
bit-
not famous. That's
is.
a
Well,
dance
okay.
step. He just tap danced over 6 laser beams. That's what we like about that joke.
Yeah.
Look at that. He didn't touch one laser beam.
That's right.
I would never out people. I remember what's his
Hey, how
name?
do you- by
Ricky
the way-
Martin used to. He's gay.
Yeah.
He came out. But I used to always watch comedians talk about his gayness before he came out
Right.
on shows, and I think that was like the meanest shit in the world.
Yeah.
Now I had no problem saying La Vida Loca sucked.
Of course.
Right.
You know what I
But
mean?
to say
Yeah.
that guy
Well,
is.
I like that song.
But to say that he did was going too far.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very funny,
exactly.
Ricky.
So there are what they do. Not actually, I like La Vida Loca, but you know what I mean. Like,
I've got a song for him
what they
actually.
do,
It's a
not what they
reworking
are.
of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and I think it'd be a great single.
Sitting on the dock 'cause I'm gay. Sitting on the cock 'cause I'm gay.
is considered handsome. Think of that. It's amazing. Rainn Wilson.
You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you?
You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay.
Idiotic thing to say. With 6 billion people on the planet, how are they all going to love one person?
A lot of them do. I mean, look at the American version of The Office.
Yeah,
every
you
week.
look at it.
Was it 10 million viewers, I guess?
10 million people
watching him.
Tune in and see my name at the end of the
They
credits.
watch it for him, though, don't they?
Not really, no, because it wouldn't exist without me, and he wouldn't exist without it.
Where is he? Oh, there in the front row. Just. Just in case you have to make a dash for it. Have you got it on you? I've heard you carry it around with you to get in restaurants and stuff. I made you what? Don't look at me. I'm gone off road. Everyone's getting nervous now. There's nothing on the auto cue. I could do anything. This is live. I made you what you are, and I get nothing back. Have you even been to see Ghost Town yet? No. I sat through Heaven Almighty. Give me my Emmy. Give me my Emmy. I'll come down there. Give me it. I'll tickle you. I don't care. I've got nothing to lose here. I'm a nobody here. Where is it? Yes, you have. Stop. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Give me it. Give me the Emmy. Give me the Emmy. Give me the Emmy. Give me it. Give me the... Thank you. Right. Good. That's settled.
Could you do what Ricky does?
Oh, not in a million years.
Why?
No. I think I would just get too skittish.
But you could play a Ricky Gervais character.
Perhaps, but to actually go in front of people and
offend them to their faces.
I don't think I necessarily... It doesn't mean that I'm a better person. It just means that I certainly don't have that kind of guts. It's funny, he always makes fun of me, always. And he's also, you know, in a personal way, been very, very sweet to me. Like, before one of these award shows, he pulled me aside and said, hey, I've got a few things that I wanted to go after you with. Is that okay? And I'm like, of course. So there is a side, there is a gentler side to him that people don't necessarily see.
So you're all heart, aren't you?
That's right. No, that's lovely. He's such a lovely man, though.
But he thinks you're sweet because, just to clarify, you go up to him before an award ceremony and say, I'm going to call you a prick in a minute, just to warn you.
But if I told him what I was going to say, you know, if I had access to them, I'd warn everyone. You know, as I say, I don't want to have a bad day. You know, it's not. I've got nothing against people.
Do you like Steve Carell?
It's great. He's fantastic. He's good because you know why? He's nearly handsome. He's got that. He's like Bob Hope. If you look at him, he's chiseled, he's great, but he's got something. He's got beady eyes. He's good. I like him. That was a compliment, by the way. He's very handsome. I mean, he's comedically handsome. He's not imposing. He's not bland. He's Why are we going on about how good-looking Steve Carell is? what am I? Chopped liver? And I think that's the important thing because I've often said that people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily the same thing. You can make jokes about any subject. It depends what the joke is.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You can't joke about this. You can.
You should be able to.
You just can.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's nothing sacred. But people then they go, wow, yeah, but you shouldn't hurt people's feelings. Well, you can if their feelings are wrong.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like the facts, don't change the facts, change the feelings.
Yeah.
You know.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
How arrogant are you to think that you deserve to go through life with no one ever saying anything that you don't agree with or like? I want people to stop saying that joke's offensive.
Yeah.
I want them to start saying I found it offensive, because you've got to own the emotion, because that's all it is. You're
Yeah.
just telling me how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing intrinsically offensive about this joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
I'm going to, okay? That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.